I've had conversations with the what I would say is the current group that has the property under control. You remember you mentioned Inspire had notified us in November. I believe it was November. I'm going off memory that the current deal as structured may not be able to work. A lot of things have changed since then. There was potential interest in or conversation that Triumph may start to play a role in affordable housing. There's, of course, Senate Bill 102 coming. So I think that's rekindled the flame a little bit with both Inspire and potentially others. So I have had a meeting with Inspire and of course with our team. And so we're due to have another one about what a potential deal would look like. They still have, regardless, they have control of those parcels. I believe it's 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. It is. Now, the timing of it, what would 4 go first? Would 5 go first? Would 8 go first? Those kinds of things haven't been ironed out. But I really come into this with, amnesia about whatever's happened before. And we look at this deal and we make sure that it's something that we expect the developers need to make this a success for themselves. We understand and are not blind to that, but we also make sure that this is a good deal for the taxpayer and that it's meeting our needs. So, that's the way I approach it. Not, what was the deal before? Here's what the arrangement was. It may stay the same. It may not. I'm coming in blind with a blank canvas, as I've said to them, and say, hey, let's see what's a deal that makes sense for you, makes sense for us. Because at the end of the day, what do we want? We want that property activated. That's what we want, and so.
There may be a scenario because of SB 102 that property could be used in some manner for affordable housing.
Yeah, think about whether it's Maritime Park or you just owned a private parcel, somewhere in the city. The second the adoption of Senate Bill 102 happened, the conversation has changed about what you can or can't do when it comes to attainable housing, right? So anybody, I think, pragmatically would say, or logically would say, hey, let's see what the rulemaking is going to be for Senate Bill 102 and what that looks like before we would just say we can't make this deal work. So, that's a new factor that has come in, a new variable that has come in the last few months that changes the conversation. So, normally you may say, well, if somebody said they were going to walk away in November and they've changed their mind, can you want to be able to trust that they're going to do what they say they're going to do? That would normally give you pause, but I certainly can see from any developer's perspective, the new addition of this changes the conversation completely. And so it's the property that's under their control, and so they certainly have the time and can be afforded the time to look at that and see how that potentially affects a deal.